before I get into actually showing you how I cook the meal, I just want to go over some logical facts. Fact number one, I made 15 meals out of this meal prep sesh, and each meal costed around $2.50. Macros and total nutrients of each meal broken down, I'm going to show at the end, but let's get into cooking. Meal prep containers, I got organic pasta, some avocado spray, some organic pasta sauce, baby spinach, ground beef, 85-15, some bell peppers and onions. I'm going to start with the peppers. There's 3 bell peppers, orange, yellow, red. Key to dissecting pepper. First, cut off top, cut off bottom, and then cut around the grossness on both sides. Take that so the pepper is empty. And then this, just take out the center. Cutting off the top, cutting off the bottom, and poke the hole out. Cut around that icky, and cut there. Stack these into little Lincoln logs. Makes it easier to chop up. Next up is a bag of onion. So we're just gonna take one of these, chop it up real fine. This is the way I've always done it. I feel like it's not right because it always makes you want to cry. So I'm cutting them long so they're close. I got hot water running, and then I have some pink Himalayan sea salt that I'm going to go and add this as well to the water. Adds taste as well as helps the water heat up faster. Pot is full of agua, heat on high so we can get that to a boil. Now after waiting nearly 30 minutes for the water to bubble, double fist that thing, let him sink. Near perfect execution. Get in there. And then let that boil up again and wait 11 minutes. Strainer, drain, fresh, new pan. We're gonna throw that on 8 heat, avocado spray, give that a gander. Take our ground beef packets, just slid them in the back, and then toss them in. Now, in the humble words of any 8th grader, we let him cook. Normally, I'd be straight chilling with this taco seasoning from Costco. It's great. I put 3 tablespoons per pound of meat, but since we're doing a little Italian, not rice, we're gonna do some pasta. I'm gonna do salt-free Miss Dash original. This is at Costco as well. Just some Italian seasoning. Himalayan sea salt, good amount of garlic. You smack that garlic on it. Kirkland black pepper, only the best from Costco's only the best from Costco's finest. What a mouthful of words. Everything's coming in surplus from Costco today, and we're just going to stir that up. Actually, it looks pretty brown. We take this pepper, onions, a good old classic swirl, baby spinach package over here. I guess the adults are too old, so right off the stem it is, right out of the crib. It's going to take about half this container. So I'll eat this meal once a day, probably every day this week until it runs out. And it'll give me all those colors, good protein source, organic, healthy carbohydrate source, and it'll be my midday meal, probably either pre or post workout. So a lot of nutrients just hitting in one time of the day. Just kind of maximize the amount of time I spend meal prepping meals, and then throw a lid on it and just let all those flavors mend together. Woo. You can just see that there's a lot of like liquid. take some of this organic Classico. I love the sound of that in. Nice. I feel red sprinkles all over my chest. Classico, we took one. I'm going to take another half of one. Let this simmer down, and then I'm going to toss the noodles in. I'm going to slowly, quickly add those back into the mix and hope that we can even begin to mix this up. To open up our final prize, the takeaways. Aren't you glad you have takeaways? Each meal of the 15 meals, again, costs $2.30 to $2.50 per meal. And per meal, the nutrient breakdown is 802 calories, 38 grams of protein, 24 grams of fat, and 111.6 grams of carbohydrates. So I put in my FitnessPal as 85-15 ground beef. I obviously drained it, so it could be even higher leanness. So it would have dropped the fat down maybe to 20 grams. Just how to maximize your week with time and making meals for the low. Like, subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions.